100 grand. How's everything on that side of the world? Do me a favor. Don't look at my rough mug here. Go to the stories, hit the link, go hang out with us in YouTube. Then we actually have some eye candy. Erica's there, but the eye candy is actually Brian, so you can see him. His beard's looking extra luscious. I oiled mine, tried to keep up. It didn't work. So if you guys can do me that favor.
Is it bad that I didn't oil or butter it today?
It is. It's bad that you don't have to do anything and it just comes out looking like that. It pisses me the hell off. That's what the hell it does. So yeah, if you guys would be so kind as to actually leave this live and go hit the link in the stories and join the live on our YouTubes, it's a lot more fun. You can see all of us. If not, you're just going to hear us in the playback, but it's up to you guys. Hey, the Seegers are in the house.
Well, you know what it is, right? It's Lee's excellent light placement.
It is. It is. And he set you up to look better than me.
No.
He's trying to do something with the cheek.
I need more. I need more light because like the makeup situation's not working.
Makeup. I went on a show. I did a shoot for Beef is What's for Dinner last year. You remember when we were in Colorado, and where you guys just gave me shit for 6 hours straight. I didn't know that's what they were gonna have you guys do, and I was like, here in makeup, and she just shook her head like, honey, there's nothing we could do. It's like, it's fair enough. Fair enough. All right, so. I guess let's all jump out of the Zoom room.
In that, then send a link back out.
All right. It has to be the new link?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, jump out and I'm going to send you a new link.
Are you going to sign up for Pro so we can just go an hour?
I guess so.
I wonder if you could do a free trial real quick just for today.
Let me see. I think my card information. Guys, don't rob me. Got to set up all my credit card details here. This is outrageous prices.
Yeah, if we're gonna do it every time, that might actually be worth it.
Yeah, next time. But for now,
just get it going.
Yeah. How's everyone doing this morning? And hopefully, you guys are over there on the old YouTubes.
We could do some. Well, no, we haven't officially started the show. I was gonna say we could do some questions while we do this.
No, actually, if you guys are still gonna hang out in here, drop some questions. I already have some that you guys have submitted. Really cool. Very much looking forward to that.
Should I know the answer to this, but should I be dropping a question link in the stories?
I mean, it helps so you can gather questions too. Right. I mean, do I have to do all the work here?
No. I just know the last time I tried to do a question and answer thing, every question was naughty. Like every single one.
What kind of followers do you have?
Well, it was sausage related. So what do you think?
Well, yeah, that's.
and you know Kevin.
Oh gosh, yeah. Between Kevin and Thomas, you had your hands full.
Kevin, Thomas, Candy. Do you know? Michael Yuki loves food. Yeah. He's worse than Kevin.
There's people worse than Kevin. Whose signatures are on the lid? Good question. Mr. Chris Lilly, Rodney Scott, and Anthony of Swig and Swan. It's one of my favorite and most cherished hats. I'm not going to wear it too much because I don't want.
You got to get it framed.
I'm actually seriously thinking about spraying like a little clear coat thing on there and sealing it so that it doesn't go away. I really like it. I respect these gentlemen immensely, so I was very honored to get them to sign.
Did you texted me last time, right?
I did, and I'm going to text you the new link now.
I'm just making sure I turn my phone off, do not disturb, so I know when I get it.
Well, I just sent it, so you should be getting it in a second here. Hey, Brian, when you're doing the edit, make sure you cut all this out.
I can definitely do that.
And I'll put a mental note to myself here. Hey, Sheed, when you're doing the video edit, cut this out too.
I guess I could do it. We can do a timestamp right now, right? Well, actually, it's the beginning of the show. It'll be easy to find.
Boom. There we go. Good morning, 007 Bond Girl. How are you feeling this morning? We forgot to get our hat signed. Something tells me I will be seeing you guys again soon. And stop stealing her. How is it our hat? I didn't give you the hat. You took the hat. But did you guys enjoy the jerk sausages? All right. Do me a favor, if you're in here and you got another device or you want to leave here, perfectly fine. Hit the tab in the stories so you can watch all of us on YouTube. You've got people saying, "Hey, Brian, see, people like you more."
Hello, everybody that I can't see. I guess I need like 8 more phones so I can also have the IG chat on there. Link up.
I told you we'll get you an iPhone.
I guess that's gonna happen.
This year.
Why did the email not come through? Oh, that's why. Damn it.
What did you do wrong now?
All right, fun fact.
Oh gosh.
So my personal email has my middle initial in it because someone has the exact same name and took the other email.
Okay.
And so I just sent them the Zoom link.
Well, this is going to be very interesting.
Let's see who gets on.
This is going to be interesting. Why can't I go back to full screen?
And I just did it again, didn't I? Yeah, I did. You gotta be kidding me.
There we go. Your chat on YouTube is disabled. Do you want to enable our YouTube chat?
No.
Someone said it's disabled.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Hey, Joey V, how you doing, brother? I'm glad you guys enjoyed the sausage. I just wanted to make sure. Joe, if you want to tune in, you can say what's up to Erica. Go to our stories, hit the tab, join us, and watch us live on the old YouTubes. You can see this marvelous beard that Brian just woke up with. I'm going to make your intro song to the podcast, I Woke Up Like This. I'm just going to have that playing.
I woke up. No, you don't see the bedhead though, so it's all good.
You want to talk about bedhead? I've got locks, and a hat is the only thing that's saving me from just complete embarrassment.
Yeah, I'm getting in. No.
You're in?
Yeah. Make sure that I'm.
All right, well, we got to actually do the show so that before it hits me with another, you're almost out of time.
All right, so.
You want to run back your good idea, bad idea?
We can do it like as soon as. Is Erica in?
Yeah, Erica's in.
Okay, why didn't I see her? Then?
Hey.
She's right there.
Hold on.
Her pups are like, what's going on?
There we go.
Why don't
I had to switch to gallery view.
There it is.
It's a user error on my part.
All right. Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, it usually is.
All right, so.
I'm going to do our intro.
Time code? You got-
You want to pump it in?
Oh no. Okay, hold on.
Oh, do you
So
wanna know?
yeah,
Okay,
nine
I gotcha.
9:36.
9:36. So we got 9 minutes of fluff.
9 minutes of fluff. Well, I just want to know where I have to start the edit.
That sounds like a very low budget adult movie. 9 minutes of fluff.
It's a double feature with it's a double feature with Saving Private or Ryan's Privates.
Right, it's on the backside. It's on the backside. Joey's asking how to get on YouTube. Go to my stories and hit the join live, and you can watch us there.
Hold on. I'm not joined in audio. Something's picking up though.
Who's picking up?
Erica mute.
Erica mute.
No, Erica's muted.
Oh, Erica's muted. So who's not muted? There's only the 3 of us in this room.
Hold on.
It's
Brian-
my dog's
Brian,
iPad.
I swear if it's you.
I didn't even join audio. You can't hear me through the thing,
Just wanna
right?
make sure.
I can hear you.
Well, no, not through the iPad though.
Yeah. Hey guys, you are watching growth in real life. This is what happens. Am I feeding back?
Did you mute yourself in there?
Yeah, I'm muted.
It's got to be me then, right?
Are we good? Did I stop it?
That's it.
Yeah, I toggled it on and off.
Cool.
All right, whatever works.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's
Sweet.
good.
Yeah, we're here.
Well, let's get to this spiel. I'm tired of seeing my own face.
So good idea, bad idea?
I'll do the spiel, then the good idea, bad idea.
Okay,
Unless
yeah.
you want to do the spiel, then I'm perfectly open with it.
I'm not ready for it.
All right, let's see.
Too much responsibility.
That's why I guess I got to do it. Let's see here. Go this way. Hey guys, Rasheed Phillips here, and welcome to This Week in Barbecue, the barbecue-focused podcast that introduces you to both the good, the bad, and everything in between in the world of barbecue. Joining me, as always, is my amazingly bearded wonder, Mr.
Brian Hull.
And if you're on the old YouTubes, we've got an amazing and wonderful, talented guest joining us, our first ever full-length barbecue podcast, barbecue buddy, Miss Erica Roby. Hey, Erica.
Hey.
See, people see, she looks all nice. See, this is what we need. We need just have better looking people than us, and it works.
I gotta stop wearing hats.
Yeah.
We gotta stop wearing hats. That's probably it.
I can't. My hair is not in a condition to be seen without a hat. So this is as good as it's going to get.
Yeah, like I ran out of the shower this morning to get here on time. So
we're not talking about showers this episode. We're not talking about showers this episode. But Erica's going to join us for the span of this whole episode. So I'm excited. You're going to get to chime in. Please cut us off, yell, the great. That's usually how Brian treats me anyway.
She'll give better answers than me.
Oh, I know that for a fact.
No, why did you have to confirm it?
I didn't want there to be any assumptions. You know how I get down. So let's start it off. Good idea, bad idea?
All right, good idea. When your host makes you a Google Doc for the show, and then that's the good idea. So we can keep notes and keep everything and track everything
in order.
And then pay attention to where he leaves a section for you to enter your own notes instead of making your own section. That's the bad idea.
Yeah, especially considering I put your section before mine.
Right. Yeah. Look, I'm just used to playing second fiddle. So
we're all Lionel Richie here, all of us. Alrighty. So what do we have? What do we have today as far as news, my friend? Got a fair amount.
Yeah. So we've been talking about. Just want to remind people about December 10th.
Yes.
You have the spiel on it.
No, so December 10th, they are going to be doing a wonderful food and wine down in Palm Beach. Got some great hitters over here. Elliot Moss is going to be over there. Palmero, you mentioned too.
Yeah.
They just got their keys like 2 weeks ago to their brick and mortar.
So funny story. I was when we were up in Charleston, I was going to go by their food hall thing.
Yeah.
And I had it all planned out. It was like, oh, finally get to go by their food hall spot. And then I call Hector Garate, and he goes, yeah, we just closed that down. It's like, we're not open. But, hey, congrats to him and the Palmera team. They just got named Best Barbecue from Eater Carolinas.
Yes. And since we're giving out congrats for naming, one time for the crew over at Moose, they just got I think it's like a bib award from Michelin.
Oh,
got
hell
added
yeah.
to their guide. They have been killing it. I've had the amazing honor of rolling smoke with them 3 times this year, and they're just putting in work. So shout out to those guys, really making it setting the bar, and he put in a great heartfelt explanation on his post about it that we'll have in the show notes. But definitely make sure you guys are checking out the guys over at Moose. They're doing such wonderful stuff.
And make sure to follow them.
Yes, please follow, support, buy a gift card to give to somebody in that area. That's just a great way to support a local business. If you may not live there, but maybe you have a buddy who does, and you're Christmas shopping, snag them a little $20 gift card and ship it over. Help support your local businesses. We need it. You guys saw me. I'm about to start hitting that pole. These brisket prices.
Did the brisket prices go back up? They've been steady for me.
Yeah, they're up there. We're doing our holiday early bird rates, and I went out and talked to my guys about the rates. It's like, guess I got to get all baby oiled up again and work that block.
Erica, what prices have you noticed jumping up?
We're up there almost to $100.
Ooh, just for one.
Yeah.
One brisket?
Yeah. And we really generally we barely have them in stock. So
Goodness.
It's ugly. I drive, if I need a brisket and I need in a pinch or I couldn't get one from my beef supplier, I have to drive about 60 miles to the next town to try and hope to find it.
Wow.
All right, that put my 15-mile drive in perspective.
Yeah, no.
But I live out in the woods, so I got to drive everywhere just to get anything.
Well, it reminds me of when we were in Texas. Everything was an hour away from everything. It's like, oh, this is around the corner. Nope, still a clean hour away.
Yeah, it was weird driving into Texas the first time, and you coming in through Houston, and you see the El Paso 700 miles away, and it's the same state.
Yeah, it's like, what? How have I been driving all day and I'm still here? So upsetting.
Hey,
Jamaica, you can see Jamaica in 4 hours.
You can see Jamaica in 4 hours.
Round trip.
You were not doing service to the fan or the travel departments down there.
Hey, I'm letting you know what the business is right now. You get off, you rent a Jeep, you stop by Scotchy's, then you turn right, and you ride that bad boy down for 3 hours. Boom, you've seen all of Jamaica. It's not that big. That's all of it.
Then you get back on the
then you get back, you drop off the Jeep, stop back over at Scotchy's, get another one to go. Boom. You can't do it. Can't do it. But
Oh my
Well,
god.
hey, speaking of Texas, there's a cool dinner happening December 18th at Interstellar Barbecue.
Okay.
So John Bates of Interstellar, Evan Leroy of Leroy and Lewis, and Bruce Kallman of Soul Belly out in Las Vegas. They're doing a smoked Italian dinner.
Oh.
Yeah, so like they're doing like it's a 6 to 8 course meal. They're having like multiple seatings. The 5:30 seating is already sold out. But
do we have a price point on that?
yeah, it's $70 a ticket, and then it includes like complimentary Chianti.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Very, very Hannibal Lecter of them.
Yeah, exactly. So there might be brands on the menu.
Cow brains are good.
Yeah, exactly.
Pig brains. Pig brains are good.
Pig brains, pig ears. When we were prepping the hogs for Holy Smokes, I definitely made sure to put those feet on there. I was like, I'm taking these back home with me. Smoke those bad boys out. I'm like, this is going to be great for collards. Nothing's getting wasted around here.
Oh man, I should have asked you. I needed those today. Actually, I got to make collards.
Those are mine.
Yeah,
those are definitely mine.
Doing some funky collards this weekend.
But I think we'll diverge. We'll change this in the flow a little bit. Erica, tell people about you. I know how dope and amazing you are. Just a badass in rolling smoke and Q, even though it's on pellets. We're not going to discuss that. And you are the winner of BBQ Brawl Season 2, which is just absolutely amazing. I've had the honor of cooking alongside you, and hey, shout out to Mama. All right, Mama and I are just connected deeply and spiritually because we both stroll with hot sauce. When I saw her snatch it out the bag, I was like, I love you. Let's go. I was so happy. It's like I found my other half. So,
I was like, Mama, don't be doing that in public. I told you about that.
Nah, let Mama live. Mama is all good in my book. Whatever she needs, whenever she needs it, I'm there. So tell us a little bit more about yourself, Erica.
Yeah, so, my barbecue career kind of came really fast. I was a criminal defense attorney, and then, I wanted to do something different, and I wasn't feeling fulfilled anymore as a criminal defense attorney. And I was just like, I want to live, and I want to do something that makes people smile. So I got into wine. I went to culinary school just for the wine program out in California, and I started working at wineries. And then when I moved down to San Diego, I started working at the Marriott as their assistant wine director. And I started working in the kitchen, because there was a lot of downtime and just like watching what everybody was doing. And I was like, oh my God, I want to be here. And what can I do to be here? And so I ended up having a baby, and now all of a sudden, like, I'm just parked at home and I'm not moving and I can't go nowhere. And every day is just survival. So I would sit outside in the backyard, and we had just like a really old, like, little smoker, and I would just like call my dad and talk to him, and then we just started going through things. And he said that he always wanted to have like a food truck or a barbecue restaurant, and I just at that moment I just knew. I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then we realized neither one of us knew how to cook for people. So I was like, oh wait, hold up, let's get educated first. So I started watching all the shows, and then I started researching the people, and I found out that Harry Sue was in Diamond Bar, California, and I was in San Diego, and he had barbecue classes. So I just went like 4 a.m., drove up there, didn't know anything, was still blowing up grills in the backyard, using gasoline to start fire. And he asked if anybody wanted to do competition barbecue, and I was like, I want to do it, and I have a name and everything, and I didn't want to say anything because I was really intimidated because everybody there was like real barbecue people, so I was just kind of like sitting there trying not to be a fraud. And then all of a sudden, he goes, well, who's competing or who's going to compete? And one of the guys was like, you said you were going to compete, like raise your hand. And so I raised my hand, and he was just like, okay, what's your team name? And that was like the first time I ever said my barbecue name, Blue Smoke Blair. And it was like at that moment, I knew that I had like spoken life into the universe, and whatever was about to happen, like I was on that journey and I was going to go for it no matter what. and then the world shut down.
Yeah.
So luckily, I signed up for like a ton of barbecue competitions. I didn't even have like anything, but somebody had told me, "Oh, you got to sign up because they sell out quick and you won't get a spot." So of course I overdid it, and luckily the world shut down. So I never went to any of those that I signed up because I probably would have gotten massacred and never did barbecue again. And so I had like a whole year to just kind of be at home and practice every single day, you know, while being a mom and everything like that. And it gave me the confidence, and I started talking to people on Instagram and just learning so much. And everything I saw on Instagram, I copied. I tried to figure out how they did it, why they did it, what they used. I asked a million questions. And then finally I got to the point where I was like, okay, I know what I'm doing. And like, I would take food into work, like to the people that I used to work with and everything like that. And I'd be like, just give me feedback, guys, in the kitchen. Give me feedback. Help me design rubs. Like, what can I do? And so, you know, they were nice. But in the beginning, they were like, girl, nah, baby girl. Sorry.
But you need that. You need that honesty because last thing you want to do is go out the like, oh, this is amazing. My biggest fear of going onto the show is one, everyone loves free. Right?
Yep.
And your friends and family will always tell you how good you are, but we've all seen American Idol, and we've all seen that contestant that we're just like, don't nobody love you.
Who lied to you?
Because if they did, they would have. At that point, there was still somebody that could have pulled you off of that stage and said, "Hey, man, keeping it a buck, we didn't think you'd get this far. We're not even gonna lie to you. We didn't even think you'd make it here. This is not what you want to do. All right, we just try." Hear me
Take
out.
some pictures and go home.
Say you got sick, we're just gonna go out the side, right? So, you know, that was my thing. Like, I knew I could get down. I'd been doing it a while. I had a crazy friend who was like, "Yeah, let's just do this," and just never wanted to be the first one out, never.
Yeah, and that was my only goal. That was my only goal when Food Network called. First, I didn't think I was getting on, but then when they were like, "Oh, well, we'll bring you down, and you'll at least be here for a week." You know, while we quarantine all the contestants and stuff like that, you're not on the show, but you're a finalist. I was so excited just for a hotel stay where I could like sleep in a bed by myself with like no babies, no dogs. You know, I got Noah's Ark in my house. You can see, you know, they're always on me.
There's a third one that just popped up. No, that's a pillow. That's a pillow. On my screen. Oh, it is. No, it is a dog. Okay.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't going to say anything.
Like, no, it's a pillow. No, it's an actual dog. It's an actual dog.
Yeah, is that all of them?
That's all of them for now.
All right.
But yeah, so I was like excited just for that because I wanted to just get out of my house. So I was like, that's a win. I don't care if I'm on the show or not. And then doing that experience, like it was very humbling because I came in as the underdog. Like everybody I saw, I was like, God, you guys, all these people, they're so much better than me. Like they have a history. They've been doing barbecue longer than some of them than I've been alive. And so, you know, I knew, I was like, just the fact that you're standing here, like that's an accomplishment for you, Erica. You know, whatever happens, but please don't go home first. But don't go home first and don't cry and try to make sure your hair is on point. So I got, you know, I did one out of the three. I didn't go home first, but I did cry and my hair was not on point.
I was about to say, I did watch your season and saw the tears, but I also saw you kick ass, like just put in work. I was like, she is hoofing. And
it was just it was like that holy fire. I realized, I was like, you know what? This is not the time to cook scared. Like just cook what you cook at home and go for it. Because, you know, in the beginning, like the first few episodes, I was really intimidated and I was trying to be like everybody else. I thought that was what, you know, you're supposed to do. And then finally, like at one point I had gotten reamed by the judges. Like they called me everything but a child of God. And at that point I was just like, you know what? I was like, just cook what you know, do what you do, because you tried to be like everybody else and it wasn't working. So go just be Erica. And after I finally did that, that's when I found success on the show. When I just went in there and just started being ruthless and just doing what I know how to do and not apologizing for it. That's when things worked out. And I realized the secret about that was when you cook something you know and something that you've done, you have a confidence that comes through those dishes. and you talk about them in a different way, and you have love and compassion for that food because you have a history, you have a relationship with that. Yeah. And that's really what was the game changer for me on the show, is when I just started doing me. So
I love it. I love it. It's very easy to feel like you have to conform, especially on a TV show where you're just like, oh, well, it seems like this trend works because that's the same type of person that keeps winning.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't have any of that. And we've talked about this before, that our careers are sort of the same, that I'd always cooked. I just never did any competitions before, and I was doing pop-ups and such, and it was always just a one-man team. So going into a competition where it's just you is like, I can do that part too. But I just led with cooking what I know. Like our first dish was show us yourself on a plate. It's like, well, this is me. It's Caribbean. If I'm gonna get out, this is gonna be it. But let's talk moments that didn't make the show, and then we'll jump back into news. For me, my moment that didn't make the show was my first turn-in dish actually got knocked out of my hand and went flying everywhere. Because as we're going, we're supposed to call like going out so that the camera guys and what have you know and they don't get us. And we're going to serve. We're going to like to final present. It's like 4 minutes left. I'm heading out with my tray, yelling out, going out. Guess someone didn't hear me. I've been yelling the same way. Camera guy comes in and it's like there's that split second of blindness going from in the bar and outside. He knocks the tray out of my hand and I'm just watching all my stuff fly in slow motion. It's like I felt like those old like 80s sitcoms, like, hey, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here. Let me tell you.
They need to make that a cut.
I think the only reason this wasn't captured was because the camera guy hit me. Right. And his stuff went up and my stuff went up too. So aside from that, I don't think they have it on footage. And luckily for me, I'm probably the only person in a competition show to make test meals before I make my actual meal.
Oh.
I'd made a bunch and I was still able to put some stuff together, and it worked out for me. But whew.
Yeah, at least you were heading there with 4 minutes left. Could you imagine if you had been going there with 30 seconds left?
Oh, it would have been disastrous. Because I don't think a lot of people get it. When they say it's the time, that's the time. That's all you get. Yep. And that's it.
Oh, yeah. People always ask me that. They're like, oh, is it really the clock? And I was like, no, the clock is real. And they don't stop it, and it's on you. Mm-hmm. And every time you look up, it is just casting back its little red glow of destruction.
That judgmental time. It's like, are you going to keep up? Hey, I'm not slowing down. You better speed up.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
I know, like, the one thing that didn't go on the show, and I was, like, paralyzed with fear thinking it was. So the first time I met Eddie Jackson, he came over. I was cutting corn for our first dish, like show us who you are. And the next thing I know, like I see this shadow come out of my peripheral, and I look over, and there is just like this gorgeous god of a man standing right next to me, and I'm like, oh, it's Eddie Jackson. So I'm like mesmerized, and I'm trying to like work and talk to him at the same time because he's asking me questions. And then I felt like a breeze on my hand, and I was like, oh, that's funny. I don't feel any wind. Why is there a breeze? And then I look down and I have sliced my fingertip off, like just the top of my fingertip, just cut it all the way off.
Oh, gosh. Oh, wow. I have to say, I am the only person from my season that did not cut themselves. And I don't think, people don't realize how difficult it is to talk to someone and still handle your knife looking up at them, but that's why you have to practice your knife skills. Yes. I was the only person that did not cut myself at all on that show.
I have never cut myself in my whole career, and like that was my moment to shine. But then I was like, you know what? At least he'll never forget me. Like,
how's that fingertip? Did it grow back yet?
Oh, it's back. It's back.
I know they say leave it all out there, but they don't mean like body
How much did you have to re-prep after that?
I re-prepped everything because I'm such like a germaphobe. If I see blood or something, even though they're like, oh, it didn't go over there, I'm like, no, I'm redoing everything. So I ended up like substituting out the corn. I did like a quick fire and boil on some corn and just hurry up and put that back. But I took everything away because I was like, I don't serve anything where it could have been compromised. No. I was like, I don't care.
No, I don't blame you. You've got to.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
So it came out like a hodgepodge. Like the dish made no sense, but hey, it got done.
Hey, you left with the ship, all right? You left with the trophy. It doesn't matter. A win's a win. Got to take it.
And there were heavy hitters in your season too.
There were some really heavy hitters, but you learned from. You started with amazing foundation, and this was something Brian and I talked about 2 weeks ago. So I want to get your input on it. You said you paid to take Harry's class. First off, shout out to Harry. I'll get to see him again in Vegas. Sadly, Harry's one of those guys I can only catch up with like once or twice a year because of the schedules. But you started with his class. Do you see the benefit and the value in investing in courses?
Yes, and I will be very honest. I have taken more classes since then. Harry's class was simply hands down the best class I ever took. I still, like, when I went out on the competition circuit for the first time by myself, I brought the little booklet he gives you. I brought it with me. And when I competed, when I started doing competition barbecue, I would cook alongside the book and all the notes that I took when I was in his class and everything he told me. I've done everything. I go back to Harry's class every single time I'm in trouble or I need something. I go back.
Love it.
So it was worth it. And I think it was like, at the time, I think it might have been like $300 for the class. And it's just one afternoon. Wow. And I took his class 2 times or 3. So I recommend that. I tell anybody who emails me, I tell them, if you can, get out to Diamond Bar, California and take that class.
Harry needs to up his prices.
Harry definitely needs to up his prices. At
like,
$300, I'll pay for a couple.
He needs to
to
say like
class.
He can say like, taught a barbecue brawl winner now.
Yeah, he's like, hey, look at where our students went.
He's actually had a few students come out that have been grand champions, reserves, everything. I mean, he produces competition barbecue winners.
There it is.
And it's like to know that it's just one afternoon. I mean, that's crazy.
That's wonderful. I love that. See, we got some stuff. I just like to hear about it. I always want to make sure.
Oh yeah.
Let's do.
Oh yeah. I mean, heck, I might still go back to this class and re-up. Like.
No. Now you need to get it for free. You can come on and be an instructor.
There it is. So what happens? Let's go through some of these questions. And now that you're with us here, Erica, you can partake in answering some of these as well. I gotta block all those people. It's not the type of not the type of support I need. But let's see here. Oh. Since we just talked about this, Eric, I'll field this one to you. This came from Jim. Jim asked, bare hands or rubber gloves when dealing with raw food? If gloves, why?
One hand, dirty hand, clean hand. Mm-hmm. So that's how I am, because a lot of times you might have microscopic cuts or something like that on your hand. You might have things under your fingernails. Even if you guys wash your hands, there might be something trapped under your fingernails. So I always make sure that I wear nitrile gloves and the guys, stop. The mailman's coming. And I definitely don't reuse gloves. I don't like to. Cameron, stop, man. I don't like to reuse gloves at all because it's just, you never know if there's something in there porous. So I always just use nitrile gloves and I throw them away. And I always keep one hand without a glove. And that's what I touch my seasoning bottles with and stuff like that. Because you don't want to take raw meat, raw anything from a glove and put on your bottle. Then you put your bottle away in a dark cabinet. I mean, that's a science experiment. So
no.
Hope that answered it, Jim.
It definitely does. How about you, Brian?
Yeah, always wear gloves. Yeah, I like even when I'm taking photos, like I make sure I have gloves on. I just get weirded out when I see people's hands like touching food. It's just, but like especially with sausage. Now the only thing like on casing, I can't wear a glove when it's coming out of the horn, just because like it gets too slippery and you don't get a good grip on like to actually feel when the like if the casing's gonna pop or whatnot. No. But like when I'm stuck, like I will switch out every time. I have a 7-pound stuff. So if I'm doing 25 pounds of sausage, I'll do 5 loads. I put a new glove on every single time. Yeah, like and just throw it away.
No, I'm with both of you in both camps. I do clean hand, dirty hand, but both are still gloved up. An extra special tip, let's cue this for notes. If you're doing pop-ups, I usually have my dirty hand as like a bright yellow, orange, or blue. So if I clip the tip, I can spot it. It's hard to do with black. Now, for me, like the reason using gloves too, is just this weird, I never really watched the show, but this is the one time I watched the show, Grey's Anatomy. The small black woman, don't know her name, was performing surgery or whatever, and the patient ended up dying because of like an infection. And they're like, "Did you wear gloves?" This and that. She's like, "No, I did my whole routine, double glove, blah blah blah." They put her through it. The episode ended where they were just trying to make sure she followed procedure because the glove manufacturer had a recall on those because they had microscopic tears. So it's like, even if you wash your hands, like you said, dirty stuff on your nails, gloves aren't always 100%. So you still want to make sure you're protecting yourself and the public as best as possible. Like, wear your glove, guys, please. It's important.
Always.
Plus, it's in the if you want to become a barbecue Instagrammer, you got to have those black nitrile gloves.
Yeah, it's sort of our part of our superhero outfit is the black nitro with that's over your whatever brand of heat resistance. People swear by the Oklahoma Joes. I'm like, those things are too thin for me.
Nah, man, I just get the really cheap cotton gloves.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like get a whole pack, just one glove under that, the black nitrile glove on top. You're good to go.
Yeah, I snagged mine. I'm still running through the first pack that I bought from Restaurant Depot, and it's just a bunch of 400-degree heat resistant gloves.
No, we need to trademark the barbecue influencer Halloween costume. Oh, it comes with a tattoo sleeve that you throw on.
The tattoo.
So funny story. When I started Instagram, I was like, I was looking at all the pitmasters on there, and I was like, I need to be a little more edgy. I was like, so I went and I ordered off Amazon like temporary tattoos, and I would like stick them all over my fingers and my like wrists and stuff, so that I looked like edgy.
Oh god, I love that. Like everyone feels like you have to fit in a certain way. Like you have to have a look. Like you look like you barbecue. Well, I'm a giant oak tree that wears a leather apron on most gigs, so I get that. But it's like, what does a traditional barbecue look like?
The easiest way is just order like a Dickie shirt or a Carhartt shirt. You know the saying about Carhartt. Everybody wants to wear Carhartt until it's time to do Carhartt shit.
Yeah. You got to work. So you just.
Hey, guess what? Barbecue is Carhartt shit. So you're good to go.
It is. I'm getting tired of seeing Carhartt everywhere because Carhartt was prevalent in South Carolina. That's all you wear. I swear, I was like, do you have a deal with them? We don't know.
I wish I had a deal.
Yeah, well,
Carhartt, hit me up.
Yeah, if not, we've got a.
I hit them up. I was like, hey guys, can I wear your stuff in barbecue? And it was like cricket. So I was like, okay, never mind.
Okay, never mind. Never say anything. Pops
Never mind, just kidding.
Pops has a deal with Dickies. They did this whole feature and stories on him, and they talked about Gammy and everybody on there. But he's got his old Dickies outfit and all that.
The Hoodoo guys have the Dickies Oneers.
Oh yeah, they do. I saw them. Like one, I'd love that, but that's a lot of material for me to get into.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Wow, you didn't have to agree that fast. Didn't have to agree that fast. Just put that out there. Let's get to another question before my feelings keep getting hurt. Oh, all right. There's a couple in here. Forgot a pork butt in the freezer after a long time. Does it make sense to smoke it? This is from C-Space. What are your guys' cutoff times for deep freeze food if you've got it vac sealed?
I mean, preferably within 6 months, but like up to a year.
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah. If I find it, I'm smoking it.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm writing that down. If I find it,
there's the title. There's the title of the show.
That's the title. That's this episode's title. If I find it, I'm smoking it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. That thing could be concrete. I will work with it. Like
we might not be able to use that. I think that's Danny Brown's catchphase.
Is it?
No, I'm joking. No. You know the rapper Danny Brown?
No, there's a rapper named Danny Brown.
Yeah, he's a big smoker, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
So if I find it, I'm smoking, it means something entirely different to him.
Well, my first line of butts, of shirts that I designed said, "We smoke the good stuff."
You know what? That's another awesome quote. My first line of butts.
We sold a lot of those shirts, especially during May for some reason. It was weird. I was like, it's just barbecue spices, right? But okay, whatever.
I learned that on Instagram. Like, I was looking for barbecue hashtags, and I would do like smoked or smoking. And then all of a sudden, when I went and looked at the hashtags, I was like putting on there. I was like, these have nothing to do with barbecue.
No, none at all. None at all. None at all. Let's hit them with a little news. I'm going to do a quick rundown of our news, and we can wrap up with some more questions.
Sounds good to me.
Alrighty, so quick bit of news, and we'll have the links to all of these. If you guys are in Connecticut, Rhode Island area, and you're looking for a gig, the amazing guys over at Ninegrit Nectars. If you guys haven't seen it before, that's where I was in Connecticut, in the water, farming amazing oysters and clams right there.
Yeah, that video just came out with Gosney and Brad Leon.
It was a ball.
It looked so fun.
Oh, it was cold. No, but it was definitely fun. I had a blast hanging out with those guys. They're currently hiring, and if you're trying to get in shape, if you're looking for a lifestyle change, this is a job. You will be shredded in 6 months, easy.
And they'll teach you how to grow a beard.
And you'll grow a mean beard because you've got to have a beard to work that crew. So they're hiring.
I do want to say something. They were throwing some shade at Southern Oysters. I just gotta say, Murder Point oysters are really good.
Yeah.
So, and that's Alabama.
Shade. They're just saying, hey, it's good over here. Next up, we've got 12 Days of Deals by Beer Bones. They're doing deals every single day, so check that out. We'll be starting ours very soon. Time to give some stuff away. It's been a really good year. Our good buddy Jared Pullman from How Low Can You Slow finally got to meet in South Carolina. He's actually doing a barbecue class over in Boise, Idaho. Never been. Maybe barbecue will take us there next year. But he's doing a class for $25. I'll have more information on that in the show notes. And lastly, for my bit here, Marvin Ross, the Kingsford recipient, he's doing his dinner series, the farm tour series is what he's calling it. It is $150. Starts December 17th in Dorchester, South Carolina, and it's going to be an obscene amount of food. Just a wonderful experience overall. Go support, go get to know your local farmer. This is definitely the opportunity in time.
Peculiar Farms? Peculiar Hogs?
Yeah. Peculiar Pig.
Pig. Marvin,
he's amazing. I spent a week with him, and he's very humble and he's so sweet, and he's just like, he is a magician on what he can do, and he's such a great human being all around that, like, when you're in his presence, you want to support his dream and his vision, because he really does just like rock out for everybody, and he loves the barbecue community, so he's amazing.
No, I've got the utmost respect for him and what he does, and it's pretty cool to see.
Who else is using his hogs right now? I know Palmera,
was, I think, B used to for a while. I'm not 100%, but I think it's B.
Okay.
Let's see here. Is my screen off? Thank you, guys.
I see you.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry for that. It's not much I can do about that part. No, but I'm updating our stuff because they are the old Zoom here. They want I feel like Zoom, this had just hit me. Zoom right now, their free trials are the old school phone booths. Like, hey, we'll give you that first 2 minutes for free.
Yeah, they want their pound of
Mom,
flesh.
I'm at the mall. Come pick me up. I'll be in the food court.
Basically, you gotta leave that quick message like, do you want to accept? No, don't want to accept. Don't accept at all.
Caller, please state your name. Come pick me up now.
I'm sick of the mall. Mom, help me, please. No, that's basically what it is. Boom, there we are. I think we're good now. It shouldn't yell at us to kick us out anymore. We've done it. It is about time. All right. So what else did you have on your?
I went through everything.
You're good on yours?
Yeah.
Great. Then let's go ahead and bring in another story. If I can ever figure out how to make this stuff work again, I'm struggling here. We just need to hire an IT division. Boom. We'll throw that together. That's a good little hot
Oh,
scratch.
and then in other news, I think I've only broke it to you before, but
I didn't want to say
I will be leaving Ohio. I am currently in the process of moving to Houston, Texas. So in the new year.
Right. Can you say why or not yet?
Oh no, I think I can say a little bit.
Okay.
So I just bought a ranch, or I guess they call them ranchettes. If they're under like a certain amount of acreage, it's a ranchette. And I'm gonna be hosting my own barbecue schools with all of my pitmaster friends as instructors. So this is a new chapter, and I'm really excited about it.
I'm excited to come and hang out. You've told me where it is, and I've actually been looking because I've told you that I've actively been looking for land over here as well. So we may be neighbors. You
should be my neighbor. We have so much fun. We can go shoot rattlesnakes together.
Oh, I'm all down. I'm telling you, I'm a mean shot, so it'd be a blast.
And
I'm not, but I will back you up in a truck and run them over.
No, especially when you told me what the cost per acreage was versus what I'm about to buy here.
What you're about to pay?
I was like, I could go ham in Texas.
Yes.
I could go all the way out in Texas.
Do we need to relocate to Texas?
We may.
Not get that income tax?
For half of, literally, we were talking about for half of what I'm about to buy here.
You can have so much.
I can get a compound, and everyone can just have their own. Wouldn't have to see.
You could probably incorporate your own city. It could just be like Rasheedville.
Well, what is it? I know that happened in like South
Phillipsburg.
Phillipsville. I'll dig it. I do. You never know. You may want to build something. You gotta. Two things in the world you're not making more of: land and time. Got to get you some of either one. So I'm going with land.
Yeah.
I'm going with land.
So I can't wait for that, and I can't wait to start bringing people down. And this is kind of like my way of being able to actually pay it forward for everything that I've experienced and all the people that helped me. Now, I want to do something. I definitely want to get a lot more women into barbecue. That was always my goal, and I feel like I've fallen really short of that. So, and I want to get women in competition barbecue. So this is going to be something that, I really try to push hard because I want to see a lot of representation. I want to see my sisters out there doing their thing and showing their craft. And I think if I could just reach one, I could teach one. Yeah. So this is going to be really exciting.
Well, and I'll address that. I don't think you've fallen short because
thank you.
The first step of reaching one is to show them that there's someone out there that's doing something, and it takes a lot to do what you're doing. We've talked about this before.
Oh yeah.
Off air and just personally. So I'm not going to allow you to say that you feel like you've fallen short. I think you're right where you need to be, and you're going in the direction to do more, because as you set these trends, as you appear on these Good Morning Americas, as you appear on these morning shows, as you appear in these magazines, as you keep doing this, you don't know who's seeing them, but someone out there is being amazed. Oh wow, okay, because you'll double take like, wait, is that? Hey, there's somebody that looks like me.
They look like me.
So you're doing it, and I just think I know when everything is complete and the property is open and it's on, then it's like it's full blown. But the way to have gotten to the properties and that such is to do what you have been doing. So you're doing it.
That's
true.
You're
putting in work.
That's true.
I'm not gonna let you talk bad about yourself. Now, if it was Brian, I definitely would have let it go. But no, you're putting in work.
Brian.
You're putting in a lot of work.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
But no, it takes a lot of effort, and I see the work, the culture, the community sees the work. And whatever I can do to help make that happen and stretch more.
Oh, well, Mama's already enlisted you. You don't have a choice.
Hey, I told you, Mama's got carte blanche. Whatever Mama wants.
Don't forget the hot sauce.
Oh, Mama stays strapped. Mama stays with it on her purse. Ain't no.
No.
I'm getting her a holster.
More. That's the thing. It's like you got to bring more. You can't show up without it.
she don't share.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, she don't share.
Your mom has me wanting to start back up my mango Scotch bonnet hot sauce just so I can get.
You should. You should. She'd be so excited. But yeah, I'm gonna get her a holster for Christmas so she can have her hot sauce.
I'm sending Mama a new PBC shirt and a hat just so she can be rocked out.
Who's that Cajun guy on YouTube? He's got a belt with all the seasoning.
Stale
and hot
cracker.
sauce.
Stale cracker.
Stale cracker.
Stale cracker. That's what my mom needs. She needs like a Rambo belt of all her hot sauces.
We were in Memphis in May. God, when was it, Lee? I don't remember. Like last or year before, and we saw a guy strapped up with packs of Robs and seasons. I was like, this man is going to war with the most blandest food I've ever seen, because it was right at breakfast and he was going at it like, and it was said like he didn't have to unholster, like he had something where he could just serve out. I was like, that's actually pretty cool. Like you printed that. That was 3D printed. You made that. They're not selling that in stores.
But it's like it kind of like always bothers me. No matter where my mom goes, no matter where we're at, we could be at the nicest restaurant in the world. She doesn't try her food first. She immediately douses it in hot sauce. Like I'm like, try the food first, Mama. That is so wrong. And she does not. She immediately just clicks it open and goes, and that kills me. Well, that always kills me.
That's because Mama knows best. She knows what the business is. All right, she knows what the business is. And for those wondering how came about getting to meet Mom, I had the honor and privilege to roll smoke alongside Erica and her mom at A earlier this year, and it was just a wonderful time. She says I was out there helping. I thought I was causing trouble, but I was just in the back cooling because we were serving whole hog, and everything was finally in tune. Pops and I were good and cooling. Jimmy had everything rolling, and I just see this monstrous line. Like this line is like coming up to where we are. I was like, wait, if I'm here serving food, then who's drawing this crowd? And I turn and I would say I saw her. She's tiny. She's tiny. I didn't see her. I just saw two little puff balls just moving back and forth. And I was like, okay, let's go see what's going on. And they were just in the weeds because everyone kept doubling back for their food. I was like, first off, I'm going to get a plate. Second, I'm going to help you all out. But I ate that plate first.
It was like Batman. I was like trying to like throw up a signal with like a big R on the ceiling. Like, come help me.
And then every time we'd get them out the weeds, clear it up, I'd take a little lap and they'd be back because the food was just so good. I didn't blame them. So.
Just for future reference, the bat signal is just a bottle of bourbon.
Yeah. I'm bottle of bourbon in the sky. I'm moving. Our buddy Chewy came by last episode. He dropped off some Angel's Envy. I was at his place 3 days later, helping him make oxtail.
we need to make a skylight, but it's just the outline of a pappy.
Well, we'd have to do like my outline with locks because I think we'd get sued for pappy.
Yeah, that's true.
Get sued for pappy. All right, let's get two more questions here.
That was awesome.
That's interesting.
That's never a good thing when you go down that road.
No, because it was a price.
If it's somebody asking for a foot pick, we don't do that.
Hey, speak for yourself. I got adult bills. All right, I'm asking, you want a pinky or a big toe? Okay,
You want an ashy?
If you want lotioned and moisturized, that's extra.
That's extra.
That's the premium package.
It is. This one comes from Lamont BBQ. Shout out to Lamont. He's actually one of my subscribers. Apparently, Instagrammies now allow people to be a subscriber to you and get exclusive content. He's one of the many that are on there that think I'm interesting enough. So thank you for that. He asked, tell us what the cardboard trick is. We mentioned it last episode.
This is all you. I've never done it.
Oh, so certain cats like Terrence, aka Zilla, LFA, Big Perm, B, and a lot of other cats I know use cardboard on their rigs when doing briskets to sort of negate that charred bottom that ends up happening, that little overdraw if the heat flares too much. So a lot of them cook it and run it on cardboard to stop that from happening. Good, simple little trick.
I thought it was also more like, I could be wrong. Again, I don't do this. Is it also for like kind of absorption? Yeah, good for absorption. It's also done on whole hogs. Some old school pits just cover it with a piece of cardboard and then a sheet of tin over it on top. Yeah. It's actually very, very versatile. Like there's so many they may just put a split on their rig having no reason why. They don't know why. It's there. Erica touched on it earlier. Like that's what I used to do. Look at Instagram and figure out what people were doing. Yeah. And that's why I started doing the logs in front of like that first row of briskets and stuff. Yep. like as like the heat deflector, and also like it pushes air up and down. I was like, I didn't exactly know why. Like I just guessed, and then someone explained it to me later.
But that's part of it. Like once you get an understanding of why certain things are done, then you can apply it to so many different techniques. Like, hey.
And like one of the things that's really, really helpful for me, I go and I research cookbooks that were done in the 1800s and early 1900s because they explain a lot of stuff there. And then I go on YouTube a lot and I type in like indigenous cooking techniques, and I'll watch videos to see what people around the world are doing. And then I'll take some of the stuff I see, because everybody's live fire. I mean, that's how you survive. Mm-hmm. But I'll take things that I see from like other parts of the world, how they cook their meat, and I'll incorporate that into like what I do. So like banana leaves and being able to make an oven the way you did, you know, on your show. It's stuff like that. Like nobody's going to teach you that. You have to go out there and find it, or it has to be passed down through like a historical tradition. And so it's really important to make sure that you're not just so focused on like your little region of barbecue, but you have to look at barbecue in a global perspective, because you will find tips and tricks that will help you for everything that have been done for centuries, and they're going to make your life a lot easier. And you're also keeping that culture going and keeping those tips from getting lost or extinguished in history. So always make sure you have an eye globally when you're doing your barbecue.
No, I completely agree. And it's a very big and important fact. And that's why people are like, how do you understand or develop new flavors or techniques? And I would say, find a culture opposite of your own, study the people, and then the people will lead you to the food. And that's how you learn so much. I obviously wasn't the first person in the world to cook a turkey in the ground. No, people didn't.
It was so cool though.
It was pretty badass. I got a couple of tricks. People are like, man, that was amazing. It's like, if we're talking about, you know, tricks in my bag, that's not even. I got some really good ones that I've yet to have to use yet. But sometimes I'm eager to find myself like, what situation will I get to break glass in case of emergency type of thing. That's when I get to show off, is when I really get to play with fire. I love cooking on rigs. Don't get me wrong, but Lee's filmed me and seen me cook 1,000,001 times. I'm happiest with a shovel and a match, and I'm going to town with some flames. That's when I have fun.
It's really cool to see like people adapt to like taking their traditions and then adapting it to whatever they're cooking on too.
Yes.
So like Taco Chronicles. Yeah. Like Zavala's and 2M were just on there, and 2M they do barbacoa the first Sunday of every month, and so he's like, he was talking about how he can't do it the old school way because it's not health code permitted. They can't like just bury it in the ground. And so he'll start par smoking the meats on the pit. And then what he also does is he heats up the banana leaves on the pit.
That makes it more pliable.
More pliable. So then he wraps everything in the banana leaves that have gotten some smoke or more pliable, then wraps that all in aluminum foil and throws it back on too. Like the traditions he learned growing up.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important. You have to cook in the ground at least once. Like all of the technology we have is great, but like you owe it to yourself to go out there and actually cook in the land. I think it's really important to do. Yeah. No, it'll tell you a lot about yourself if you do that.
You have to. If you can get one cook, open fire with nothing but a poker and a shovel, and then one cook submerged, you'll learn so much so quickly. And it doesn't even matter if the food comes out great. You'll leave like, wow, okay, I get it. I have an understanding for it now.
Yep.
I've got a recipe coming out that I did, a suspended rib roast, just straight flames, wood, there's some lettuce over there, just all fire. And I've got a big charity dinner that I'm doing with some wonderful people at Home Depot, and the whole thing is being open fired. Yes. Open fired. I'll give you guys a hint. One of the dishes is going to be a salted curry cured leg of lamb.
Ooh, I like that.
It's going to be nice. I like to have fun. I like to. It was like, you don't do pop-ups anymore. It's like, because I'm doing these private things that let me just show out. So if I do get this land in Georgia here, I'm going to show out a lot.
Yeah, but I really encourage people, be fearless. When you're out there learning, like, just be fearless. try everything, do everything, because it's only making you a better pit master, a better backyard barbecuer. Like, don't feel like you have to only do what your pit will allow you to do. Go out there and try other things and be creative. And I mean, 99 times it's probably going to taste good. You know, the one time you have your epic disaster, you probably learn the most in that moment. Yeah. So definitely go out there and be fearless and try everything you've ever read or anything like that. Maybe not all the TikTok challenges, but go out there and do it.
Vinegar and whatever to make Coke. Like, no, that's disgusting. I could have told you that. But no, that's
you're not going to make a barbecue rub board?
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that at all.
I was going to say, also find the old school joints that are cooking. Like, both of us need to get out to Vera's Backyard Barbecue in Brownsville, Texas. Like that place is still doing the barbacoa de cabeza the old school way. They're the only place that they can still build pits and cook the whole head in a pit. They don't even season it. They just
chuck it in there.
Yeah, just chuck it in there.
All right, I'm done. I'm done. If I can get the Sprinter van, or Erica can lend us her mighty.
You got it.
We can
you got it.
In the van.
It's in the shop, and the shower is getting fixed, so it's ready for you.
Perfect. We're just gonna have to raise the height of the shower a little bit. Or turn it into a
it's like my height. Even I'm like too tall for it. So yeah.
But before we shut down, how can the amazing people find out more about you and watch your show? I love watching your show. I love that you're doing that. So please talk your talk. Let everyone know. We're going to drop it down below so everyone can realize what I know, how dope you are.
Yeah, just Instagram is where I'm usually found, Blue Smoke Blair, and YouTube, it's Blue Smoke Blair, where you can see the pit stop. We traveled all around Houston, filming barbecue restaurants and talking to the owners, the pit masters, on how they left traditional careers and took a leap of faith and got into barbecue, and how they're finding success. So you can find that on Blue Smoke Blair on YouTube, and find me on Instagram. Okay. And if you want to try some of my rubs and sauce, BlueSmokeBlair.com.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Any final words there, Brian?
No. I mean, I guess if people are watching live in the Atlanta area, I got my last pop of the year tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be at Round Trip Brewing, teaming up with my buddy Gabriel Tungle of Barangay, Atlanta, and we're doing some collaborative barbecue trays, doing a smoked beef rib, and he's making like a 3 vinegar Filipino dip to go with it.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. No, I have absolutely nothing to add to that because I'm doing stuff that's not that important and can't be discussed right now, but that sounds delicious. You're a badass, Erica. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, thank you for putting up with us.
Yeah.
I love you guys. I had a blast.
He's a lot to
I'm already figuring out that we should do a bourbon trail. We should go to Kentucky and we should do a bourbon and barbecue trail. That would be a fun little road trip.
Twist my arm. Say when. I'll clear the schedule.
He's already booking flights. You just don't see him.
Good to go. I'm calling you after this like, okay, I can do like from the 7th to the 12th. Pick some days in between there. I'm ready. I got a buddy in Kentucky.
We'd have fun
anyway. But for those of you,
we'd have fun doing it.
Watching, listening, thank you for joining us. As always, my name is Rasheed Phillips. This has been This Week in Barbecue, the barbecue-focused podcast that brings you the good, the bad, and everything in between in the world of barbecue. Joining us was our special guest, Miss Erica Blue Smoke Blair, and as always, my wonderful bearded co-host, Mr.
Brian Hull. Remember to tell a friend to tell 2 friends.
Yeah. Finish it out.
That's it. That's all I got.
The last line is always,